What a lovely morning to start again on this channel with a new series of videos, and as you notice, it is now in English. So for those of you who do not want to listen to my voice in English, I understand that, but from now on my videos will be in the English language to reach a broader spectrum of viewers and, well, to share more of my information with a broader spectrum of audiences too. So I want to share some of my thoughts about micro contrast, 3D pop, all the sensors, all the cameras and maybe all the lenses that produce a true-to-life rendition that I really love and like, and I always try to find. Since I was shooting medium format film with the Mamiya RB67, I noticed an effect that it had. It was like the picture was wrapping around the subject that I was photographing, right? And I tried to copy this with a lot of different cameras during my photographic journey, I would call it. Back then, it was no thing, you see. Medium format look, well, some of the photographers even denied it existed. And for me it was clear that it exists. And I was trying to acquire gear that could produce the same kind of effect. I tried different sensors, different sizes of sensors, even digital medium format, but nothing really compared to this medium format effect. And what I found out is that it depends on the lens, what the lens renders. And so what I wanted to do here is to look for the most aesthetic and true to life images that the lens and camera combination can produce. So starting with the Fuji X-T3 with a 26.1 megapixel APS-C sensor. Well, the Fuji X-T3, the sensor with 26.1 megapixels is pretty cramped, so you get a very low pixel pitch, in my consideration, 3.76 micrometers. So it should not have the best tonality, but still Fuji seems to build good sensors with rich tonality, and I consider this one as good. I have no idea whether the X-T4, X-T5, X-T50 or whatever have the same kind of pixel pitch or even worse. Well, we will check it out. But I believe that the Fuji X-T3 and all the models of the sensor produce a very tonal rich image. And paired with this lens, it's the Fuji 23mm 1.4 R, not WR or VR, it's the R. In this lens we got 11 elements in 8 groups, and you can learn a lot about this from the Dirty Photography Club. If we get a ratio out of that, so 11 elements divided by 8 groups, it's a little high element count. I think the lesser elements, the truer to life the rendition and tonality will be, but we will get to this in some later videos. This will give us a ratio of 1.37, so the element group ratio. It's a pretty good ratio. So this lens, and in absence of ED glass, which will kill the rendition most of the time. So if you compare this lens, for example, to a Sigma lens, Sigma lenses produce very sharp and contrasty images, but they really lack the micro contrast that will produce true to life rendition, like my old Mamiya Secor lenses and so on. And I got the Helios. It will give great depth, right? It's not sharp, it's not contrasty, and it's a bit of a crappy lens, but it will give very nice tonality. In this lens we have no ED glass whatsoever. Nothing is corrected. We have one spherical element. This spherical element will not hinder the tonality. And I think there will be a slight aesthetic of the 3D pop of the medium format look that I try to achieve by the combination of sensor and lens. Kind of beautiful, isn't it? It's kind of beautiful. I don't know if the autofocus got me. Yes, it got me. It better got me. So as you can see with this lens, we have kind of a rich tonality and we have kind of a good rendition in the 3D pop effect. But since it is a wide angle lens, it is more difficult to achieve this effect than with, let's say, a 35mm on APS-C or 56mm, right? So this lens has a great usability. I do not think that the autofocus is pretty good. I hope it gets me, I'm not sure. And the autofocus, it's kind of loud, but it is effective. It's not as fast as, for example, Sony a6700 with a Sigma lens, but it's still usable. I think for video, it's still usable. And we got a good wide angle, so it's a pretty usable lens. and it produces a very nice rendition. It's kind of a legend of a lens, and I really enjoy using it. So I hope you saw it. I hope you saw the effect that it produces, and you saw some of the tonality. And in the next video we will have a look at the 35mm 1.4 R lens, and this lens is fantastic. So see you in the next one.